Okay, so in this video we're going to have a look at how we can add a quiz to a video. So I'm in my folder and I want to go into my module folder. So this is a course linked to a dummy training course, and I want to find a video to add a video to. So I've been making a series of short demo videos during sessions I've been running, so that's why all these videos are so short, but you can do this in any length of video and at any point in the video. So if we click on edit, we get taken into the editor. And quizzes are a good way of kind of breaking that kind of long passive viewing experience. So if we're doing a video of kind of 10 minutes, we maybe not need a quiz, but kind of 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, you may want to use a quiz as a way to kind of break up that and take the kind of viewer out of that passive learning experience, making them engage with the content that they've just watched, answer a few questions, and then go back into watching your video. It's also possible to stop the viewer progressing beyond the quiz, so that's an option that we're going to look at in a second, and that would allow you to force them to kind of engage with the quiz. They don't get the option just to skip over it and move the video further down the timeline. If we drop the marker down where we want the quiz to go and we choose quizzes from our side menu, we can choose the option to add a quiz, and after a second it will load our quiz maker or our question maker. So we're going to call this quiz demo, and you can see that we've got a series of questions, so we can ask true or false, multiple choice, multiple select, or fill in the blank. So let's make a true or false question. Is today Wednesday? If you're watching this and it isn't Wednesday, the day I'm recording this is a Wednesday, so I'm going to leave the dotting true, but obviously if it was false I could move it along down to false, but we're going to leave it on true because it is Wednesday. And if we want to give an explanation as to why this is true, we can do, but I'm going to leave that blank at the moment. I'm going to add another question. This time we're going to do multiple choice, and we are going to ask what day is it today, and then I'm going to put Sunday and Wednesday, and then I'm going to change the correct answer to be Wednesday, and then I'm going to add another question, and this time I am going to do multiple select, and I am going to say which days is it not. I'm going to say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm going to select those to both be right and obviously Wednesday to be wrong, and then I'm going to add the final question type, which is fill in the blank, and you can see this is how this explains. So what's the question? And you've guessed it, it is what day is it today, and now I'm going to leave it today is Wednesday. So what we're doing here is between those two gaps we're adding, between those two underscores, that's what we want the answer to be. So those are my 4 question types, and then we can do done, and you can see that we've got the 4 questions there and we've got some options, so we can allow viewers to retake that quiz. Yep, we can do that. We show the grade after taking the quiz, so that's optional. You may want them to see what they did in the quiz, but you may want to just use it as a way, like we said, to engage kind of students further, and in that case you could uncheck that. And this final option here, is to block advancing in the video until answering this quiz, and that's the one that stops that progression in the video until the quiz has been answered. So once we're happy with that, we can click finish, and we'll just stop that there. And then if we go into the contents, you can see at 1 minute the quiz demo. There's a quiz demo added to the video. So if we've already edited it and we just wanted to add the quiz, at this point we could add apply. We could do any more tidying up of editing we wanted to do. So you can do this retrospectively, or you can do it as part of your editing process, whichever works best for you. So if we click on apply, we get the applying changes, we get asked to close the editor, and then we get given the processing window. So it may be ready in a second, but we're going to close that, and you can see that the video is processed. Because I have made the change now, it's asked me for the editor, asked me for approval. So if I click on this, I get to approve it again, and if I click close, we'll see the waiting for approval disappears. And then if I go onto the course page as a student, so I'm IT or LT student 6, if I just refresh the page so we 100% know that this is the current version of the video, it's just going to fetch the content, and then we're going to click on Wednesday's demo recording. So this is going to load. I'm going to mute it. I'm just going to close that down, and then let's kind of skip at least a little bit through the video. So it's just going to play in the background. Let's get a little bit closer so we're not just waiting for it to happen. So as it's getting closer, you can see that it begins to load the quiz, and then I see it here. So is today Wednesday? Yes, I've realised now I've not used question marks. It's a bit bad form today. What day is it today? It's Wednesday. Which day is it not? It's not Monday or Tuesday. And finally, today is Wednesday. And then I'm happy, so I click finish, and you see I see that I scored 4 out of 4. I've got the option to retake it. I can review it if I want. So if you've added those kind of explanations of the correct answers, clicking on review would take me through those, and I get the option to continue the video, and it begins playing again. So in that sense, that is how your students will engage with the quiz. And now if I go back into that folder view as the teacher and refresh it, I can go into settings, and if I go down to quiz results, we can see there's a quiz demo, one person's taken it and he's got 100, and this would grow as people kind of engaged with it, so you can see how they're kind of taking it and what kind of results they're getting.